Hello, I'm Bill Bass with Shop.org TV, and I'm here today with Brian Platter, who's the General Manager of Home Delivery for Peet's Coffee and Tea. How much tea do you all sell? Do you sell actually,
We sell
is
tea.
Tea half? I mean, it's half the name, kind of.
It is half the name, and it's certainly half of our quality representation, but it is a very small business for us, and we really are known for our coffee, even though we scour the world for the best tea we can find.
Yeah, and I was asking you this earlier, but this is interesting. If I have 2 cups of coffee, one from Colombia, one from Ethiopia, you can actually tell the difference.
Well, certainly everyone could tell the difference that they are 2 different coffees. Now, could everyone tell which is which? Not immediately, but it does not take that long to learn what the difference in flavors. You can tell in certain coffees. The Colombias can be brighter and have different flavors than the floral qualities and the smoother body of the Ethiopian. So, within certain degrees, you can usually pick things out, but across our 28 coffees, I'm not saying I'll get all 28 right.
Good. So now you're in charge of making sure you can get these coffees into people's hands when they shop online, and you're going to be talking at the show about some of those tactics and techniques that you use. Could you give us kind of a preview of some of the things you're going to be talking about in your session?
In the session I'm presenting at, it's actually a very exciting session because one of the reasons I come to Shop.org events is to pick up a few nuggets to take back that are tactical in nature and I can implement within days upon my return. And what I find is you sit through a lot of presentations. Every time you hear 10 good ideas, maybe only 1 or 2 is valid for you because of the company or the category or what you're already working on or infrastructure, whatever. So this session is actually amazing. Every speaker has 10 minutes to tell 4 great ideas, how you do it, and what the results are, so that the attendees can go do something immediately upon their return. Now I'm looking forward to listening to the other speakers and getting some tidbits. And I really, I think the best thing to do is go to this session and you'll find out the tidbits for Peet's.
When is the session?
The session is Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday afternoon. So we don't want to spoil it for people, but could you give us like one of your 4 tidbits?
Well, this one is incredibly simple, and I think everyone would, when you step back and think about it, would say, of course. But the most important thing we do is ask for people's email address. Every single place, every single experience, it's only about getting their email address. We will not actually go for the transaction. In fact, we think a successful visit is getting their email address, even more so than a promotional offer just for a purchase. And the reason is in coffee, and particularly the brand Peet's, it's not a promotional brand. It's about a richness of the history of the company and the quality of the coffee. With an email address, we can then begin that discussion. With a single transaction, if they get the coffee, say they get ground instead of whole bean, and they let it sit in their cabinet for 6 months, and they prepare not the best way, they don't have a good experience. Mm-hmm. With an ongoing discussion with us, and particularly subscribing to our emails, they'll constantly be hearing about how to make coffee the right way, how to store it, how to make sure it's fresh, and really get the great experience.
So is that how you focus your emails? Is it educating people about coffee? Is that kind of the focus of your emails? Or a typical email coming out from Peet's, you get my email address, what am I going to see? What's the kind of contact flow as we go?
Well, of course, we have a welcome email that we send with an offer, because when it comes down to it...
Online offer, or can I use this in the store also?
The primary for online sign-up for email is an online offer.
Okay.
Free shipping, first order. Now, that's also because I am the general manager of our online business, so I've got certain financial goals I'm trying to get at. So I do lead with commerce. But that being said, we send an email every week. Probably half our emails are about specific coffees, and sometimes teas, where we talk about the region, what's so special about the coffee, what to taste for in the coffee, so that it's educational, but it's also towards trying to get them to buy the coffee. Mm-hmm. Most of those are very exclusive, rare coffees that are only available online, and then we intermingle it with other content-oriented emails, such as how to brew the best cup of coffee, the importance of freshness, and sometimes even emails of how to save money on shipping, not meaning here's a discount, but in trying to get consumers to understand, what's the right frequency to buy coffee so that they don't pay as much for shipping, but it's still fresh.
Right. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to do the Sam's Club, sell them a whole pallet load when you know that it's going to expire. The last bag isn't going to taste as good as the first bag that they
Right,
had.
and that's a constant challenge for us, is to make sure people feel comfortable with the shipping, but also understand the freshness so that they're not holding their coffee more than a month or two.
Yep. Okay, so you got Peet's out here, and you're looking at the retail landscape and the online retail landscape. Biggest issue that you sit there and you say, this is the biggest issue we're facing here at Peet's?
Well, the biggest issue for Peet's, particularly as it relates to online, is how do we create a holistic customer relationship across all of our channels? So, and particularly as we're a regional company, and that we're growing nationally through groceries. So, more of the focus now is on multi-channel, not just growing any one channel such as home delivery. So with the home delivery channel, it's a loyalty channel and it's an advocacy channel. And what I mean by that is, once again, focusing on email acquisition, that's the perfect vehicle to bring our customers in, do a lot of education, both in coffee and the brand, which will cement them in and get them feeling positive about the company. Likewise, with our special offerings that are only available online that are unbelievably special and quite delicious coffees, it deepens the relationship with the customer. We also found over time that many, in fact most of our customers who are very loyal customers, came to us through the recommendation of somebody else. We believe gift giving is one of the best ways to recommend a product. So we have an assortment and we focus a lot on giving gifts. Of course, with every shipment that's a gift, we make sure there's box stuffers in there.
And you get their email.
We try, we actually have offers for free shipping on your first order, sign up for email, all that.
Great.
But we do find that once you try Peet's Coffee, whether they become an online customer or in fact they know it's carried in the grocery near them, or in fact they live near one of our 190 stores, we think that's the best way to get a new customer.
Yeah, great. Great. Well, thank you, Brian. Brian Platter, General Manager of Home Delivery for Peet's Coffee. Thank you very much.
Thank you.